So you look right here, Adonis, Adrian Adonis. And it says, by early post-biblical times, the name Yahweh has ceased to be pronounced aloud, except once a year by the high priest in the Holy of Holies. On all other occasions, it was replaced by Adonai, meaning my Lord. Okay then. So Adonis is another derivative of Yahweh. Yahweh is another derivative of Adonis, a homosexual god in y'all fucking, woo, look it up. Look it up. If you can prove me wrong, bitch, prove me wrong. Call me up, bitch. Call me up. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, goddamn. And you know they homosexuals because David and Jonathan. Look at this. David and Jonathan was biblical homosexuals. And this is 2 Samuel 1:26. I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. I'll be goddamn. I'll be goddamn. Yahweh a faggot. Goddamn fucking David. Goddamn David. Not David. This David. I'll be goddamn David. You up there fucking Jonathan. And so look at this shit right there, Pat, and then they gonna say, nigga, you don't even compare a love, your love or respect for your brother with your woman. You don't even make no motherfucking comparison like that, nigga. That ain't even in the same. Stay in your lane, nigga. You are all out your lane. You didn't even have to make that motherfucking comparison, which lets me know it was sexual. Because that was an unnecessary comparison. If you my dog, nigga, I'm rolling with you, my dog, nigga. I ain't gonna compare you to my woman. It's comparable to the love of, nigga, I wouldn't even consider, I wouldn't even be in that frame of thinking. I would never have created, because that's way out of bounds. So that lets me know that it was sexual. You got homosexuality clearly in the Bible. Yahweh is being called Adonis, Adonai, a homosexual. All you have to do is put Adonis in Google, and ain't nothing but homosexual crackers gonna pop up, and you put in 2 Samuel 1:26, you will see where David was also a homosexual, laying with brother Jonathan. Shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have did that. Y'all tripping. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. We're going to show you again, as I just showed you before. You can see right here the depiction in the 16th chapel of Yahweh is in the depiction of Serapis, of Zeus. Zeus is the mold for all European deity, even Serapis. Zeus is the mold, okay? So when you come over and it says, and God beat the heavens out like a metal sheet. See? So that's Hephaestus. That's the Greek god Hephaestus, or what they call Vulcan. Okay? When you're talking about God on the Mount Sinai, in fire, in lightning, in smoke. Okay? That's Zeus. That's Hephaestus in the mountain. Vulcan is also in the mountain. So they worship mountains and they worship fire. They worship fire and they worship mountains. This is Greek. This is goddamn European. So I'm showing you that Yahweh is also Hephaestus. He's also Zeus with lightning and clouds, and he sits upon a mountain. Look right here, Zeus upon the mountain with lightning and fire and smoke. Okay? And you're looking at Zeus. Hey, Zeus. Jesus in Spanish. Hey, Zeus. Okay? This is no fucking coincidence that two major deities got the same fucking name. And so you can see right here with Moses and his horn. And you can see that that's a depiction of Pan. It's Greek. No God gave it because there is no God. Okay? It's not God inspired. because we can show clearly that all of the fucking myths can be traced to its origin. And it's not goddamn God. This part right here is Greek. The other part is Egyptian. Look right here of Odin, the Odin. And look to the left. This is fucking Moses. They trying to use his hair to make the horns, but it's a fucking depiction of Odin. They always keep the same fucking face for all of their deities. Okay? And when you look at Jesus, you look at Yahweh, you look at Moses, you look at any of them goddamn prophets, they all look like the same common face of all European major deities. Serapis, Zeus looking ass fucking deity. Look at this. Look at the 16th chapel, your God, and look at this crazy ass peckerwood right here. Look like he just snorted about 2-3 lines. You understand? Before he went in there and preached that garbage to them goddamn people. That's who you worship. You worship a man. And just like he looked like him, he talked for him. Just the same goddamn way. There is no God. All gods were created by men. All religions were created by men. Where is yours? Where is your God? Where is your religion that speaks for you and your goddamn condition? Speaks to everybody else is chosen in a religion, and a God loved them and choose them. Where is your God that loves you and has chosen you? You have disconnected yourself from that God that loves you and chose you to be the most high, the most chosen of the planet, not only the planet Earth, or the universe. You're connected directly to that creator, the sun, which is producing that rich melanin that goes all throughout your body, which is a conductor of cosmic divine energy that transmutes all throughout the body via melanin and electricity. Thought, fire atoms, sparking that melanin. Just like when you spark oil, nigga, and it flame up, nigga, you flame up the mind, you flame up the spirit when you spark that melanin with that thought, that electric thought that's coming from them fire atoms in your mind. Let's keep it moving. Let me show you some of the Persian in the motherfucker. Because you know Zoroastrianism is fire worship. So what supposedly led the Hebrews out of Egypt? A fucking flame, a flame of fire. What, you know, even when they was in desert, outside the Ark of Covenant was fire. God was represented in the flame of fire. That's Zoroastrianism. So see right here where God is depicted as a flame above the 10 Commandments, you go right into Zoroastrianism. You see the flame leads them out of Egypt. That's Zoroastrianism. You can see them right now today still practicing some of those ancient traditions, even coming up out of Persia. Let me come out. Let me keep it moving. And you can see right here, just to prove that they was white, look at how they did ISIS when they came. The white man just carved the face out. And then you look at Moses destroying the image of the black one, and you see the cow horns above ISIS' head, Aset's head. And you see the sun disk just like you see on the golden calf, showing you that is the institution of the holy black mother. And here come these nasty, no good ass peckerwoods. That's how you know the Bible is the crackers book, because of all of the fingerprints, the wicked mental DNA fingerprints that these crackers have been practicing down through the ages. If you look to the right, you see how they treat their women. They cavemen and they beat that bitch and drag her by her head. And when they came into Africa, they was shocked to see that women were treated with such high respect and veneration and worship, and they went insane and began to destroy the worship of the woman all over Egypt and Africa. We got to wake up. We got to understand that the religion is killing the institution of the black woman. We cannot stand for this. We must put our investment, time, energy, money into our woman, into our child. That image on the left that you see partially destroyed is the greatest image to the black man. If you don't have your woman, if you do not have your children, then you are not a king. You are not a king. And the only way for you to be a king is to have a throne. And since I said the black woman is the throne, the only way for you to be a rightful king is to be right with your woman, to protect her, defend her, and promote the institution of black womanhood, black motherhood, black woman divinity. We got to promote that at the highest level of all education and at the lowest levels of all education. This is in Egypt right here. This is supposed to be the scene of Moses. So if they had anything in Egypt, they've been in Egypt for 400 years, what did you leave? If y'all left anything, why would y'all have to create fictional cardboard makeshift goddamn creations to pull off a lie? To pull off a lie. You don't have any original structures in Egypt, so stop saying you built this and you built that. If you motherfuckers had built anything, you would not be making fictional cardboard structures like on a goddamn movie set to pull off a lie. If you had the proof, it would stand right there just as the pyramids. You don't have that, and so we must dismiss that you ever built anything in Egypt because you don't exist. We knock your God down. We knock Moses down. We're not done. We knocking him down now. We're gonna continue to knock him down. Hold on. I'm not done. Not done. Where that Adam and Eve at? Okay? But they're one right here. Here we go. Let's get to this. So you see that Adam and Eve got on and that they were drove out of Eden, which is Ethiopia. And once you understand that they were driven out, you have to understand that Africans have never been driven out of Africa. Even though we have been enslaved and carried all over the world, but the majority of our people have always remained on the continent of Africa. So we were never driven out. I don't know what the hell I was trying to spell at the top of that motherfucker. I think I was trying to spell crack. Let me get that right. All right. Let me get that right. Okay. And so that means that they were non-African. Okay. You get in there and Cain and supposed to be the first man and woman and goddamn had 2 babies, Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel. And then you have Seth. And then Cain, once he killed Abel, he flees off to the land of Nod, finds a fucking wife, have children. His sons marry wives. Where the fuck did all these people come from? This is not the creator. This is not the all-powerful creator that I know that would make such silly motherfucking mistakes like that. Do not be sacrilegious and blaspheme creation with this silly shit. This has nothing to do with the creator and creation. This is the weakness of man as he lies and shows the shame of who he is. Adam and Eve are white people, cavemen. They came into Africa and were chased out by the sun. This is what the record says. And they were forbidden ever to come back in. And you know what the being forbidden is? Being denied melanin. You cannot come into Africa and stay without being punished severely because you lack melanin. That was original sin. It had nothing to do with you African people. Wake up. So goes Adam and Eve, so goes Genesis. So goes Genesis, so goes Islam, so goes Christianity, so goes Jesus. It is for this sin that, you know, Jesus is supposedly was born, died, and resurrected. So he died and resurrected for the sins of white people not having no goddamn melanin. He did not die for black people. Jesus' bloodline goes back to Adam and Eve, which means that Jesus was a caveman, a Greek, just like his goddamn Adam and Eve ancestors. And if Noah come from Adam and Eve, and if Abraham come from Adam and Eve, and if Judah come from Adam and Eve, then they were fucking cavemen, just like their goddamn cracker ancestors, Adam and Eve. And when they were put out, they were denied re-entrance. We have always been in Ethiopia. We will always remain in Ethiopia. And once it was made clear that they were put out of Eden and were and never to return, then you know that's not African people, because we have been in Africa and will always remain in Africa. We were never put out. So this is a white man's story. This. So goes Genesis, so goes the Bible. So goes Adam and Eve, so goes everybody on the and after they were put out, then came what? The flood. They had to wash away their shame. They had to wash away the fact that we had been here for millions of years. So they came up with a flood to wash away all of our millions of years of ancient history. And when the flood receded, the boat landed on Mount Ararat. And from that point, that became the central point of location for people in the world. Noah re-peopled the world. He repopulated the world. And it's from Mount Ararat that starts. So Mount Ararat becomes the new Garden of Eden, because the old one has been washed away. That's why you got to get rid of the God shit so you can get to the real story. Because now when I ask you what's the psychosis of the man behind the curtain, you see what he was trying to hide. They've been shameful of the fact that they've been without melanin, which means they are disconnected from the Creator, that they are cursed. They say they chose, but they cursed because they went out in shame. Knocking down Adam and Eve, y'all. Showing you that Mount Ararat is in Turkey, in the Caucasus Mountains. And who come from the Caucasus Mountains? Caucasians.